All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. We are GMS West Palm Beach, GMS Salt. And first and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. We'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. We'd like to give salutations to the Akim preaching the gospel across the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. You know, we just wanted to do a quick lesson, man. I'm the brother Ba'ar, and this is the brother
Gabar and brother Quadash.
And you know, we just wanted to do a quick lesson, you know, flowing in the spirit. You know, we didn't really have a main topic, but you know, we're gonna bring out some precepts and you know, talk about things, you know, that's going on. Got
You need that First Thessalonians?
either or, it doesn't matter.
I'm already.
Go ahead.
All right, this is First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Okay, and right now, you know, everything in Babylon, from day to day, as we can see it, is, you know, at a halt. Everything is kind of stable right now. You know, all hell hasn't broken loose yet, but we know through the spirit that time is coming. While everybody else is trying to rebuild, you know, that's another precept. What the scripture? You know, everybody's trying to get back to the normal way of things. Okay, but we know through the spirit that nothing is going to go back to normal. Okay, the things that we're getting ready to experience from here on out, that's going to be the new norm. Okay, and the new norm is going to be the destruction and downfall of Babylon. Okay, because a lot of these business, because I was just listening to the elders videos from elders camp last week, and I was just listening to it today, and if I'm not mistaken, they say it's 52% of the businesses that shut down because of the coronavirus is not going to start back up again. Okay, so a lot of these businesses because before the coronavirus, a lot of these businesses were already, you know, on the downward spiral. You know, they were already having a hard time trying to maintain. You know, so the reality of things is that those businesses are not going to come back. They may come back for like a few weeks or whatever, just to kind of liquidate and have clearances and stuff like that, but they don't have the money to support all those employees, you know. And a lot of these major companies, they're starting to implement new rules and laws, you know, within their companies. You know, temperatures. Now you have to go through, you know, and check your temperature, you know. And then we hear rumors of them may at some point have it mandatory where you have to get checked for the so-called coronavirus, you know. But you have that precept, bro.
Oh, building. Shall build?
Yeah, you had that one yet?
So I was getting another one.
You got one out?
I got a precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." All right, you know, so people, you know, they think themselves to be in good case. You know, you can get items, food, etc. at a cheap price. You know, $5 will pull you up. All right, you know, these people think themselves to be a good case. You know, but the Lord, He's going to stir up, you know, famine. All right, famine is already on the rise. All right, famine, great confusion, and the sword, man. All right, the sword of Esau. All right, the Lord, He's while things may seem to be in a good case for these people. All right, the Lord is behind the scenes, you know, stirring up, you know, the sword, the famine, you know, and great confusion to this place.
And you know, victuals being so cheap isn't a good thing. You know, not necessarily, because low, on the low, a lot of these companies, a lot of these gas companies, some of these gas stations are owned by certain family men, certain Arab families and stuff like that. And so on the low, man, yeah, you may be driving by and see the gas is cheap, but they trying to get it. They trying to close shop, man. They trying to get rid of all their stuff, man. They're under contract. They trying to run through their contracts quick, man. They getting ready to close shop.
That's why a lot of stores, you see that they say 70% off, 50% off.
Con.
Buy one, get one free.
Con. A lot more now than it ever was before. Okay, because they're trying to lower their inventory. Okay, they're trying to their inventory in the back rooms, man. They're not as large as they used to be, man. Okay, they're cutting hours. So a lot of people that lost work, they're not able to go back to work. You have a few jobs here and there that are trying to reopen, but they're the major businesses, But this is the new norm, man. Testing, okay, and I even noticed walking through Walmart, like, I always used to walk by the hallway with the camera in the center, and every time you walk by, it's like the little lights will kind of like flash a little bit, and it'll tell you that you're being monitored. But now, when you walk under it now, it's like a sound is being made, and it had me thinking that could possibly be, a part of the tracking system, this new tracking system that they're talking about. If you possibly ran into somebody that could possibly had the coronavirus, man. These tracking systems, they've been set in place long before. These cameras and stuff like that has been set in place long before this coronavirus. Esau has been preparing for this whole time, man. For this thing this whole time. Okay? So now these cameras are going to be able to identify who has the virus and who doesn't. Who possibly could be infected and who's not. What is this going to stir up, man? It's going to stir up a lot of brothers going to, a lot of people going into these camps, man, which they built. All right? You have a precept?
This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many. And in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, so it says that woe means destruction. All right, destruction to these people that that's trusting in this, that's trusting in this society. All right, it was prophesied that this society, was going to collapse. That all these other nations are going to come against America. All right, and you still got Jake still trusting in this society. And it says at the end, it says, and the horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And that's what our people do in these last days. Our people are still not seeking the Lord. All right, they still trusting in this society. All right, and it says, they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And our people, is still not seeking the Lord. All right, even though he's making it evident that, he's making it evident that we living in the last days. All right, you got famine. All right, you got pestilence. All right, you got earthquakes in diverse places. All right, but our people are still not seeing the signs that the Lord is giving unto the nation of Israel.
Man. All these things are happening, man. You got a precept, RQ?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
The words of prophecy, right? Okay, go ahead. All right, bring it up. Okay, so the Most High has sent his prophets, man. Okay, through the Spirit, the Most High sent his prophets to go out on the highways and byways, man. To go out to make these videos, to make these lessons out on YouTube, man. To tell the people about the things that are to come, man. Okay, because the Lord, say that again?
Second verse, or I'll just read it again.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
My people.
The words of prophecy.
The words of prophecy, which are things to come.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Cause them to be written in paper, and they are faithful and true. What's that object that's written? Okay, we have the Bible. Okay, it's written on paper. Okay, this is why the scripture says, "Let the Most High be true, and every man a liar." Okay, this book is our comforter, man. Okay, this book tells us who we are. It tells us why we're going through the things that we're going through, and it tells you about the things that are to come, man. It reveals unto us the reality of things. Okay, who we really are. Who are these people that are walking around? Who they are. Okay, how to identify the wicked. Okay, how to identify the just. Okay, what is sin according to the Bible? All these things the Most High has revealed unto us to get us ready for the times that are coming. Okay, because we have to get ourselves together. The Lord don't have to get himself together. The plan, as the end was declared from the beginning. Okay, so the Lord had these things written. Okay, so there will be no excuses in this time, man. Okay.
I got a little bit more. Verse 3 says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." You know, so we can't fear, you know, all the vain opinions of the unbelievers, man. All right, you know, because they're gonna say, you know, that the Lord, he's not gonna come back to generations and generations. All right, you know, the name of the Lord, you know, that you know, martial law is not going to come to pass. All right, you know, we can't be discouraged by the unfaithfulness of 2/3, man.
Because they tend to like to make you feel the same way that they feel.
Right.
But see, the way we feel is according to the scriptures. The way they feel is according to their carnal mind. They don't have the understanding of the Most High. They don't have the understanding of the scriptures. But yet they want you to think the same way that they think and feel the same way that they feel. Because misery loves company, man. They know that they're miserable. And they know that they pretty much are bound for death. And they want you to join them. But we ain't joining you. Okay, we want life. Okay, and we're gonna join the Lord.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Go ahead. You was done with that one now?
Jeremiah 28 and verse 8, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." All right, so the prophets of old, all right, they spoke about war, evil, and of pestilence. All right, and the majority of the scriptures is filled with lamentation, mourning, and woe. All right, so you know why are these people preaching? You know, God loves everybody, and you know, why is everybody pushing this peace doctrine out here? All right, when you know majority of the Bible, you know, it speaks on war, evil, and pestilence. All right, in verse 9, "The prophets which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent them." All right, and these people are going to realize, all right, the men of the Lord, all right, them so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans that's been standing on the corners. All right, they've been telling the truth the whole time. All right, but when people realize that we've been telling the truth, all right, you know, it's gonna be too late. All right, you're gonna be getting thrown into the concentration camps. All right, you're gonna be getting caught up in those race riots. All right, you're gonna be getting lynched. All right, by the KKK. It's gonna be too late.
Because things are gonna move swiftly, man. Because once that ball starts rolling, that's it. You know, because you're not at that time. You're not gonna think about really the men of the Lord at that time. Okay, because once they got you moving around, you're unsure about your life.
Right.
You're not sure you worried about your family. You worried about this. You worried about that. You're not knowing where you're going. You worried about what's getting ready to happen to you. But there's gonna be a moment where you're in solitude, where you're isolated, or everybody is kind of calmed down.
You throw it into that fucking people camp.
Right.
You just sit there thinking.
And that's when it's gonna dawn on you. You know what I mean? And that's when it's gonna hurt the most. Damn, I should have listened, man. Damn. Hey, it's too late.
The everlasting shame gonna start right then.
Right then and there, man. The Most High not even waiting for the kingdom to come and put that shame on you, man. He gonna put that shame on you on this side. Okay?
Yeah, quick one. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. All right, so we got to obey Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we will obey Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through the Bible, man. All right, all the prophets, they was writing these words through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so this is ultimately Yahweh Shem Yahushua's words, man. All right, so we got to obey these scriptures, all right, and not men. All right, not the Christian pastors, all right, and not your own vain opinion.
Everything that was written aforetime was written for our learning.
And the scriptures say, I just lost it. Because we can't have our own vain. Many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Ooh, opinion, not facts. Okay, your opinions, man.
And unless you got a scripture.
I'll wait for it. Oh, you want me to just bring it out anyways, though?
Yeah, you can. You got it.
It's something, just to kind of feed off of what we were saying earlier. This is Malachi 1:4. And it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, man. So we know through the Spirit, and we know through the scriptures that they're going to try to rebuild, okay? But the Most High is going to throw it down, okay? The Most High is going to put an evil thought in the minds of the other nations, okay? And they're going to send missiles over here, okay? We understand that the FEMA troops are coming. We understand that the NATO troops are coming here. We understand that economic collapse is getting ready to happen, okay? There's no loyalty amongst Esau. I was actually a couple weeks ago, I was walking through Publix, man, and I was at the cashier line. And I seen a History Channel magazine, and then they had two Civil War vets sitting down on a bench outside. And you know what it had on the front? It says, a house divided can't stand. It had two Edomites, Civil War vets, sitting out there, and it said, a house divided can't stand. I forgot to take a picture of it, man. And I doubt that magazine is still out there, man, because they rotated. But, if it's still out there, Lord willing, I'll purchase it, man. But I thought that was very interesting. It said, a house divided can't stand. Well, at least Esau knows that people that look like him, that's a household. They acknowledge that. These are the things that Esau, he'll send little tidbits like that. He'll put things out there to let those who are in the know, let them know what's going on and what's getting ready to happen.
I got a precept to bounce off that.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. The inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. All right, and that's the mind frame of Esau, man. He wished that America will dwell forever. All right, and for their kids and their kids' kids. All right, and that's the type of spirit that they come in. All right, like on Memorial Day coming up, everybody gonna be in that everybody gonna have that patriotic spirit, man. 4th of July, we see that these Edomites, they love this place, man. All right, and they will
without shame too.
They're gonna fight to the end for this place. All right, even so much pride that they're gonna fight the Almighty power to try to have this place stay alive, man.
Hey, we ain't mad at you. Go ahead and try. You know what I mean? Because if you know you're going into captivity for 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years you're gonna be collected and burnt, and you're no longer gonna be around.
At least go out with a bang.
Go out with a bang. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because man, woo. Because time is not on your side.
Right.
Time is on our side. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, man. If we're those men, man. If we're the elect, man. Time is on our side, man.
You expect Esau to do that? That's like if the police coming to get you and you about to serve life in prison. That motherfucker gonna go out shooting.
That's what Jake normally do. You know what I'm saying? If Jake know he about to serve life or whatever, man, he going out with a bang.
Like Queen Latifah on Saturday.
Yeah.
Just going out. You know what I mean? Especially if you went in before.
Right.
And then you got yourself in a little trouble. And you know that you finna go in for the rest of your life. What they always say, man, I ain't going back.
I'm going out like a G.
I'm going out like a G. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I got a scripture real quick. This Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
Come on.
All right, in America, it's been established. It's been established by blood. All right, been established by bloodshed, rape, robbery. All right, you know they came over here and killed off the Seminole and Native Indians.
Come on.
All right, the tribes of Reuben and Gad.
Come on.
You know and they still doing that to this day. All right, going on to these other nations. You know, taking these other nations' natural resources. You know, bombing these other countries. You know,
Doing the same thing, man. It's like y'all.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing, man. And then, man, and you have the nerve to proclaim to the world that you're innocent, that you can do no wrong, that you're the leaders of justice. Man, you doing the same thing you did to us now than, you know, hundreds of years ago, man. Same thing, man. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
yeah, taking the other nations' land, taking our land, and you having us build upon it too.
And what they do is they control resources. You know, they call it subversion. A lot of times they don't have to lift up a sword. You know what I mean? They can just go into your land. You know, they'll plan years ahead of time, 20 years ahead of time. They'll set up certain elites and their children amongst them, live amongst them, learn their languages, go to their school, okay? Rise amongst the ranks, do certain things, plant agents, okay? And then they control resources, man. Or they control resources using their craftiness, using their deceit, their unrighteous decrees, man. All right? Once they control your food, man, Esau plays a slow game. They're not playing the quick game. They're playing a slow game. Because they know eventually you're going to have to come to them for survival. You're going to have to come to them for life. Okay? Because they're going to put those McDonald's, they're going to put those Walmarts, they're going to put all these garbage places, and the people going to love it. Okay? Because a part of their sword is their scientists making food taste super good.
Right.
And once they get a taste of them burger and them fries, bro, they're going to always want that. You know, they're going to start weighing things in the balance. Even their mothers, wherever country they go to, I can cook this meal or we can all go to McDonald's. What you think is going to, what decision you think she's going to make at that point? Let's all go to McDonald's. The kids going to be like, McDonald's, I mean, you know, they're going to do that. And what's going to happen? They're going to establish a routine in doing those things years and years. You know, and I mentioned it before how, you know, by the time you hit 30, Esau already knows the age group when your body's going to start breaking down. He already knows this because this is a part of his weapon. This is a part of his sword. Okay? And this is what he's trying to establish everywhere in the world. Okay? Yeah, your teens and your mid-early 20s, you feel great. But the tail end of your 20s, going into your 30s, you start to feel that your body starts breaking down, man.
Yep. With the cigarette commercials.
Yeah.
They got the young teens in high school hooked on the cigarettes.
Yeah.
And because they always, when I used to do Uber, I used to listen to it on the radio. You know, they had like 10, 20, 25 years, 5 years. You know how long a person lasts from cigarettes. Then it just goes on to the next person. Once that person died, the next person is hooked on the cigarettes. They say forgot the statistic, but every day, you know, somebody is dying from those cigarettes, and the tobacco companies, you know, they don't say anything about it.
They hide it. They hide it, man. And you know, it's almost disrespectful when a family member dies and then they want to throw you some cash. You know, $20 million is not going to stop death from coming upon your people, man, because you may take the $20 million, but that's almost a selfish move in a sense. You know, it's unrighteous, man. But it's righteous if this person intentionally killed your family member, that person should be put to death. Okay, to prevent further death of not only your family, but all of your whole nation, all of your whole people, man. But they always like to throw the money just to hush you up, man, because they know what that money gonna do to you. Because if you've never had that large amount of money, you're gonna go crazy and you're gonna forget about what they
know
did.
That gift gonna destroy their heart.
The gift is gonna destroy the heart, man. They know that. 120 million is nothing to Esau, man. They poop that, man. You know what I mean? On a daily basis. Big money. Okay, but all of that means nothing to them, man. All of that is just influence and control of the people. Okay, but the Most High is coming to put a stop to all this unrighteousness, man. Okay, all this wickedness, man. All this deceit. You know, all the lies, man. Truth is gonna reign supreme.
Truth is gonna flourish.
Truth is gonna flourish, man. And truth is flourishing right now. Okay, because truth is bringing down this kingdom, man. Now you have a house divided. You have Esau. He's starting to be, you know, he's starting to go against his own government. And all we can just say is all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Because we see our enemies falling right before our eyes, man. All right?
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 31, verse 1. In thee, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness. You know, we was talking about 2/3, they're going to be ashamed. All right? Hey, on the flip side for the elect, you know, Lord willing, the Lord never allows us to be ashamed, right? because we trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, and it says, "Deliver me in thy righteousness." All right, you know, through the chariots, man. That's righteousness. That's righteousness. You know, through the Lord's spiritual powers. All right, that's righteousness. And verse 2 says, bow down thine ear to me, deliver me speedily, be thou my rock, my strong rock, for a house of defense to save me. All right, you know, and that's what we pray for in these times. All right, while everybody else is drinking and giving into marriage, all right, we seeking deliverance from our power, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right. I got it.
I got one more scripture to close it out. This is Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the days of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So that's the point. You know, the point is, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he's coming back with that. The Lord is coming back pissed off. All right, and the ones that hasn't returned, all right, and repented and asked the Lord for forgiveness, all right, the Lord is going to destroy you, all right, so that's why we make these videos, to warn the sheep, all right, warn you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, all right, of the destruction that's coming, all right, and to repent, because you don't want to be on that side. You don't want to be on the left side, all right, because everybody that's on that left, all right, is going to be destroyed, all right, and the Lord is going to save the elect, which is on the right side.
So the Lord is coming to establish His, man. Okay, He's coming to establish His kingdom. Just like Esau, when he established his kingdom, he came in, with his army. Well, the Most High is coming in with His army, and He's going to establish His kingdom. It's going to be cut dry. It ain't going to be a little over here, a little over there. Nah, man. Okay? The Most High is going to establish His heavenly kingdom. Okay? On earth as it is in heaven, man. Okay? There's not going to be any other rulership. You're not going to be able to go anywhere else for refuge. There is no hiding from the Most High. There ain't going to be no hiding from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? His kingdom will reign supreme. He will have an everlasting kingdom. Okay? But, you brothers good? I'm going to close out.
All right, so that's it on this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying to the body. Before we begin, before we close out, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem B'Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, along with the 1/3 man, woman, and children. Lord willing, to the next lesson, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom. Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.